Now I know a little loose, a little janky, hella eBay. This is a jack handle that we smashed and put on the end because this was a katana handle one that I'm not with the katana handle shit. So maybe find a spare bike grip or something. So this is what we got. I know this is in and this is out, so I'm just gonna run this in line, make a split, run the one line into this, run it out back into the original line, and then I'm gonna have to make a mount for this because the mount that I had in my car sat really weird, and it was like up against, it was on the passenger side, but the way I made the mount sat too low, so I couldn't push the seat forward to bolt it in. So my passenger seat's not even bolted in the rear. So you gotta pull a seat, pull a carpet, cut that off, and then I can start making the mount and everything and putting the hydro in. But for right now, there is some line here from Draven. I guess I'm gonna either ask if I can use it or just go get some of my own. But we're gonna go get some adapters, some lines, and some shit. So probably some bolts too. Probably get some bolts for that. Yeah, this thing's covered in cobwebs. It's been sitting in that box on the bottom over there for like a year, and I still haven't put it in. So I'm gonna go get that shit and I'll be back. Alright. Let me show you what I got, and let me show you what just happened to me. So, got these for the freeze. So this is an adapter, but it's the only thing that threads into this. It is 7/16 by 20. So that's for that, the inlet. And this for the out. 3/16 line. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I got 5 of those. Put that over there. Yep, so 5 of those. 1 of these, 2 of these, which are adapters kind of deals. It just has 2 female ends on it, a little squish in the middle. So this way I can run the lines from the car up into this, back out through this, back to the factory line. I got 2 of those. But I came home, started taking the car apart, right? Got the seat out, it's dirty as fucking here. I gotta go through all that shit that was in my glove box. I'm sitting here, and I'm hearing and I look over, and I knew it was gonna happen eventually. Finally fucking happened. Goddamn skin came off. So now I gotta glue that shit back together, and it looks like it's already been glued before. But yeah. This way. That's gonna get glued back on. So, throw some glue on this. I'm gonna keep taking this apart, clean some of that shit up. Then I'm gonna set a time lapse to cut that thing out, and then figure out what I gotta do for making a bracket shit. So, all right, I don't have enough of these, so we got some zip tie setups, but she's glued. 2 hours to set fully. This stuff. Thanks, Miles. But I just put a shit ton where there was already glue and put that bitch back on. So hopefully this is good enough. This ain't really my main concern. So get back at that. Okay. As you can see, this used to be tan vinyl spray paint. This is mine for the coupe. Splitting up here. But it has all the tabs. But if I'm putting my hydro here, I still need to put my button in. So this is out of a vert. I can cut all this out and not care about it to run the hydro there. And then I can put the 2 buttons in over here and just have an open space, or just put a fake one in there. But this one is missing a couple of tabs, like a couple of tabs. So I'm kind of second guessing this idea because I might just try to cut it out. It's just weird that it's the middle one, you know? Because this will go in here. I just don't know how well it's going to stay in there, considering it only has these 2 up here. Well, maybe I can make that work if I like sandwich it over. But these ones are what pisses me off, the fact that those are gone. So, I don't know. Do some thinking, and I'll let you know what I come up with. Okay. So this was the original mount that I was trying to use. I cut it down because once I got it in there, I couldn't bolt the back bolts of my seat in. But I had spot welds on there and there. This was just a bitch to cut off. So I gotta clean up all this. And the spots that I went through, I'll weld back shut. Not worried about that. Clean this all up. Primer, put paint on it, primer, whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. And I'm probably gonna just make something that sits right here. Maybe a little bit more forward. Have it branch out, only come out to about here. So like this far and end right here, so that way it's more forward out of the way. And then I'll just run holes right here, go in over that way to the brake lines. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all this done tonight because I have shit to do tomorrow. So I'm probably just gonna get the handbrake mounted and then leave my car fucking ratty and torn apart and then drive to my tattoo appointment. So I gotta grind that shit out. Don't look at how gross this part of the carpet is. We're not gonna talk about it. It'll go back up like that. And then I'm gonna put Velcro on the inside so it just stays. You know what I'm saying? Or just cut this whole top section off because fuck it. So grind that away. Figure out where I gotta do my little tacks. Figure out plate sizing and everything for the hydro. See what I have in my little bin over there. And make a new mount. And put it in, weld it. Alright, so here's my temporary setup. Spaghetti. Put these windows up. But basically, I'm gonna make the mount come off right on this little hump right here. It's gonna go out forward more and then come back. And it's gonna sit right in that little like bezel thing that goes here. So I'm gonna have to trim that out, trim this thing out a little bit, and then I'm gonna have it sit like this. Basically, because I'm so fucking tall, and like this ain't shit for me. And everyone's like, oh, put it right here. Bro, look at my knee. This is like where I'm on the gas right here. This is where my knee goes. That's stupid. So it's going over here. It's a gas light. But yeah, temporary for now because I gotta go places tomorrow. So there ain't shit in here. I took everything out. But I'll show you guys real quick the little handle I made. This is just a jack handle that I smashed, but I cut it down and then I wrapped it in paracord with some super glue to hold it on there. So it's not as tall as it was, but yeah, so tomorrow we'll get this in, and I mean, it looks cool with interior lights. I should put some colored interior lights in there. But tomorrow we'll get this in, get this back in, put all the interior pieces back in the way I need them to be in, and vacuum it, clean it out. Alright, next day, we got a template made. It's gonna sit right there so that this can sit like this. That's fine. And John's here doing John things. Bam, template. And it's getting side plates so don't flex the trans tunnel out. And then John has to make one.
Yes, sir.
Because we're going to put one in his car. How soon?
Yesterday.
Yes. No, how soon you ordering the handbrake?
Oh, tonight.
Oh, okay, bet. So, next week. Alright, weld this in. Just recording my shit?
No.
Tack welded. Side mounts. Both sides. John's gonna lay underneath while I weld this shit. And make sure it doesn't catch on fire. Because there's hella oil in the trans tunnel. So. Alright.
You gonna come back under here with some paint?
She welded in. Yeah, I'm gonna paint the underneath. Just paint it when I run the lines. Pretty shit job, you know what I'm saying? But showing there, braced. I couldn't even see where I was welding on this side. Thank you. You got that bottle?
Yeah, I'll send you this one too.
Take that.
In case you want to add the clips together.
Alright. So it's drying, but it's matte black paint. But the holes are drilled, and I forgot I don't have bolts, so I gotta go buy bolts. And then we can come back and run lines, and then bleed it, and then put the interior back in. I gotta cut the interior, obviously, because none of this shit's gonna fit. So this is gonna get chopped. This is gonna get chopped. And then whatever's left will fit in there. And thankfully I don't need the cup holders. I'd like to keep my little change thingy, but honestly I might just like chop it off right here and leave just this part in there, because it's gonna run into all this. And I have my cup holders, so fuck it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, hydro's mounted. I just vacuumed this side out because I'm gonna try to fit the seat back in here and make sure it'll bolt in with that being there. I mean, the other one was lower. It was fucking down here, so hopefully that's high enough. Look at them bolts, fresh bolts. I don't think however hard I pull it will actually fuck this thing up. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw the seat back in here, make sure that all fits in, and then we're gonna start doing the lines. We got like an hour until this carbine is supposed to be at, so it's probably not gonna happen, but shit, look at that. It's actually bolted in all 4 spots. It goes up just enough that if you like push it forward and then pull a little fucking thing up, you get to the back bolt. So that's good, and it doesn't really seem like it's in the way of a passenger. I mean, I'm big as fuck, but you know, unless they're like, oh my god, then I'm gonna punch them in the fucking head. So skirt. Yeah, so now that we know this fits and ships, it's time to do the lines. I'm drilling a hole in the trans tunnel somewhere over here. Probably honestly just gonna fucking bang one through right here, just so I can go boop straight through. So I'm gonna find out. I gotta go underneath to figure out which line is what, and then cut it, and then I got little unions to run off of this to that, and then when John gets back, hopefully I'll have that done and we can bleed it. So I'm gonna get under the car and figure that out. Alright, so I'll put under this bitch. Look at all this oil, trans fluid leaking. But it'd be like that. I think it's just leaking out of this drain plug, so we'll hit that with a spill and fill later. I got fluid for it. But look at that up there. Gross. I'm gonna cover that in paint. And obviously this is the only brake line. These 2 are fuel lines. So I'm gonna do it right at this divot right here and cut it, and then just run the lines over and up. So yeah, I'm gonna drill a hole and then start bending lines to length, get the fittings and everything sorted, and then cut this. So I can just put the fucking things I need on here. You know what I'm saying? Like the little flares on here. And I only gotta do it once. And that could be good. I don't have to be covered in brake fluid the whole time. So fucking gross. But alright, I'm gonna get at that. I'm probably not gonna record much though. Alright, so I ran the lines, got everything in, got it all bled, and it doesn't fucking work. My rear calipers are seized, and this is like I can't pull it back. It's locked. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if I bled it wrong or what. Those lines shouldn't be backwards, and it's just pissing me off because I've already had to remake these lines twice. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try to just bypass the ABS, because this is the one for the rear, and I could just take this line out and then run a new line back that I really don't want to do. But for right now, gonna get rid of this because it's ugly, and I got something new. Look at them JDMs on there, dude. This shit's fucking dope. So I'll open this up, throw that thing on there, and show you what it looks like. That's way better. Little HKS. That looks way fucking cooler than this. It's also way wider. I can't really compare it when it's in the engine bay, but cool. So this one can go on the shelf of bullshit. I probably need a new coupler right here because this is one that I had cut down to make like basically an adapter to fit that onto the pipe, because for some reason it's just like slightly too big, so one of these fit in there. So that's cut down. It's like, as you can see, the back of this lip, the clamp's like barely on it. It's not going to come off or anything, but it just doesn't look right. So I want to get a new one that's about that size, because that's the size they are. So yeah, that's in there. Honestly, this video is probably going to be really long, so if you've made it this far, thanks. Yeah, I wanted to do the hydro and be done, but now the hydro's not working, and everybody has a different opinion about it. So, I don't know. I was told that I have these the wrong way, which this one is the in, this is the out. I've seen it done in videos. I've watched like, if you look up E36 hydro, I've watched all the videos. So I don't know, because I can't really just switch them easily, because I'd have to take those fittings off, reflare them, and have them switched, because they're different fittings. And I just don't know. So I'm gonna try to do some research, figure that out, and then I guess I'll just next part of the video will be me figuring it out. So we'll see what happens. Okay, figured it out. Confirmed with girlfriend as the person to help. This rod was too fucking tight, so now I can tighten that back up, and it will actually fucking work. I'm gonna figure something else about that play, but I'm not worried about that right now. So basically, I was all worried for nothing. I hope I'm in the frame. But yeah, I just assumed that I catastrophically fucked something up, and I posted on the E36 drift page. Gave me some great ideas that I was going to look into today, but I was kind of avoiding it because a lot of them are like, remove the shit all you just did and fucking do something else and blah blah. But no, this works now. I spun the wheel, pulled hydro, stopped the wheel. Cool. We're fucking good. So now I can get back to putting all the interior pieces back in, which I have to cut a lot of the bezels and shit. So I'm going to get to that, probably time lapse that. And then I'm going to go test this bitch out if it's still wet outside, or just do it anyways, because fuck it. Yeah, and it's Thursday, so I can't really go to the industrial, so I'm just going to do it on the street. Hopefully it's good. The streets of Mexico, that is. But yeah, so now I get to put all the fucking interior back together. I just panicked for like, I don't know, the last 24 hours. Losing my fucking shit. I was breaking stuff because I thought I was an idiot, and it turns out I'm an idiot, but for a different reason, so I'm fine with that as long as this shit works. But yeah, cool. Handbrake works. Wheels will spin without the handbrake, or you know, now that it's fixed, the wheels will actually fucking spin. I think I'm also gonna add, because this is all loosey goosey. I'm gonna add a spring from like right here to this, so that way it holds it taut forward, and hopefully it'll shake less. But that way it'll still like spring back up when I'm, you know, not using it. So maybe the test run will just be a trip to Home Depot with some skids in the parking lot or something. But alright, now I gotta fucking start putting all this shit back together and cutting stuff and seeing what still fits and all that. I gotta trim this carpet up to lay it back over this. I'm gonna zip tie these, get back underneath the car, make sure everything's out of the way of the exhaust and all that fun stuff. So cool. I'm probably gonna set a time lapse while I put all this stuff back together. Alright, my phone died. My phone died on that last clip, but this is it all set up. I don't know if I showed that. I gotta put the handle back on, which I'm gonna need an extra bolt, so I took those out because it's flexing too much. Still gotta rebleed it, but I'm not gonna do any skids in this video. Basically, I just signed up for a drift event in a week, so I have a bunch of shit to do. The handbrake needs to be bled, and then that's good. I got tires. I should probably pick up another set of wheels. I need to drain my coolant and put water in. I need a new fuel filter potentially, because mine might be leaking. And shit, what else do I need to do? Oh, battery tie down, because it's just sitting in that box. So I got to build a little thing for the top. And I think that's it. And then obviously like a shakedown, bolt check. Oh, swap the diff in the axle too. I've been needing to do that, but my diff that's been sitting in that corner I know is low on fluid. So I got to get fluid for that, fill that up, put that in. Wherever my axles are in this area somewhere. There they are. Right there. I got to put in. Because my M3 axle, its boot's ripped and it's got some play in it. So I'm going to take one side out, just throw the 328 in. Kind of just hope for the best. I'm going to bring the spare one with me obviously, but that'll be the end of this video. I know it was long. If you watched all of it, thanks. Here's one more look at the car. I'm going to reline my headlights too, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Alright, thanks for watching, kid. Love you, bye.